Guy who wants to settle down with my current girlfriend. But in our 4 years of dating, I've had sex with her 3 times. She claims she's not a sex person, so I try to understand her. There are times where I really want to do it, but she claims she's not in the mood and eventually runs away from it. Now I'm in a dilemma. I ask myself if that's how it's going to be when we get married. What should I do? I'm beginning to have cold feet. Hashtag Candid. That's what we're discussing right now. Send me your thoughts. How should he go about it? Should he break up with her? Should he leave her? Like, be patient. Now you cry. We've been preaching no sex before marriage. Oh, yes, sir. Send your thoughts to us 0548841039. That's our WhatsApp number. Social media handles at Hits1039. It'll be live. We're actually live on Facebook right about now. So join the conversation. Send your thoughts. Your man say you won't marry the girl. 4 years of dating. Out of the 4 years, they've had sex three times. Just say, somebody broke down the schedule of the says.
Yeah, I saw it on the platform.
And yeah, easy. Please, listeners, let me tell you. I want to read this one before we start. This one, dear. Papa. Or say breakdown 1 year, 3 months, 1 week, 2 days equals one sex moment. So the 4 years, no. That's the breakdown of the sex. 3 times. Easy saying. Now cry, they are cry. But that's by the way. Do you think it's even necessary to have sex before marriage? Like, is it important? Do you think he's overreacting? Share your thoughts with us. 0548841039. You can share it on the live stream. We'll read it on our WhatsApp number. Media handles at Hits1039. Whether it's X, it's Instagram, it is Facebook. We're here. I read them on the show. Please, let's use some decorum and then don't insult your guy. Just let's help him. So I have people with me. Mark. You understand me? He's one of my colleagues here at Hits 103.9 FM. And I'm here with Fidelis. Nice hair and everything. The one that's going to bring the problem. And I'm here with Kumi Coombs, my one and only.
Kwada's in the building. Yeah.
In the building.
Yeah, in the building.
Let's go on with this conversation.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting for me.
Very, very interesting.
Wait till Musa knows he forgets.
Charlie.
Yes. Martins, let me ask you. First off, Kumi and I, Fidelis, do you agree to this one? That's no sex before marriage. It's a very good thing, despite the fact that we didn't practice it. But we are preaching that because since we grew up, we've come to understand plenty things. So we are telling the younger people, men, correct, and it's not good. But do you agree with that?
I don't.
Hey, this one I want to hear. I'm listening.
I hope my mom is not listening. But I don't.
You don't believe in it?
Yeah, I don't believe in it. Because we are in a different generation now. You see, this generation, when you don't test the waters and you just rush into it, you don't know what you get at the end of the day. You need to test the waters. Like, see, what if at the end of the day you get married to the person can match your energy, the energy you have can match the energy,
Okay.
At the end of the day, it breaks the whole thing. That's where the break starts. Understand? So you need I think that thing is a thing of the past, that you don't have sex before marriage. It should stay in the past.
It should stay in the past.
Yeah, we are the new generation. We are the Gen Zs. So yeah, I think we should that thing should stay in the past, like I said, and we should at least not casual sex.
Yeah. Celebrated sex.
At least once in a while
you enjoy it.
You need to enjoy.
So why is he complaining about 3 times in 4 years?
He has to complain.
Why?
He has to, because Charlie, he has to complain. You see, I've heard stories like this where the girl is not she's pretending not to like it in front of her guy, but goes outside there and gets it from another guy. I've heard stories like that. Yeah, there are stories like that. I've heard a lot of stories. I have female friends even who share stories like that with me. Like their guy they pretend like they don't like it, so the guy can see them in a way, but outside there, they are crazy. They are let me excuse my words, but they
Bad
are
bees.
bad bitches. You understand?
No, we don't say bitches on there.
Sorry,
We say
sorry.
baddies.
You see,
Yeah,
they are
we take the back.
baddies. Yeah, sorry, they are baddies.
Yeah.
They pretend in front of their boyfriend for him to accept them in a kind of way, but out there, they are different people.
It's
you
a laugh for
understand?
me. But do you believe there are people that are not sexual? Like, they are not sex person. Like, they're not that sexual. They are not, that freaky, if I should put it that way.
In this generation, I probably haven't met anyone like that.
Mm.
Yeah. This our generation. I think
Obi
everyone likes it.
Eh.
Yeah, they all like it. I mean, they all like it.
So you think that by 4 years they should be having frequent sex?
Yeah. At least in a week, 3 times in a week, not 3 times in 4 years. Like, who does that? Hey. Who does that?
I can't find my words.
Come phantom.
Hey.
Fine.
Like 3 times a week. The 4 years just said
Now 4
we
years.
dream bebree.
Ah.
You rather hear
The
more
guy
boy we
try.
news by.
He tried.
He's
wow.
tried.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
do you think sex should be a factor that should be considered when you're getting married?
Well, yeah. Sex should be considered.
Uh-huh.
Because I think in a way, sex holds the marriage.
Eh.
Now, sex does. It holds the marriage.
Yes.
Yeah,
It does?
it does.
Wow.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Martins. What is that Martin now? I take my word back. He's just like Martin.
Runs through the name.
It runs through the name pan. They need deliverance. But I get your point. And I get the fact that you're talking about, every generation being different and stuff like that. But so right now, no, on your day.
You should talk to her about it. I believe in communication first. Like,
Yes, sir.
you should tell her that, Charlie, the sex, no, it's not enough. She should do better because, hey, Charlie, because I'm sure you would have girls out there who are ready to give it to him.
Definitely.
And she's not giving it to him, so, Charlie.
But don't you
I'm
think
sure
she's
you start-
more than just the sex? Because if 4 years pa, he's still made up his mind that he wants to marry her pa there. And there's more to her than just the sex.
I think he's a wise guy. He's smart. He's looking ahead. He's looking at the future. He's not looking at just now. What about he's trying to manage her now? She doesn't like the sex now. They get married in the future. Like, they get married, then it's still the same thing. She's not giving in. She's not giving the sex,
Yeah.
when he needs to rest his mind, when he needs to blow off steam, and the girl is not giving him that. See, so he's, I think,
He's right.
he's
Okay,
right.
sure.
He's right.
Please, we're live on Facebook. I want to come and see this colleague of mine. When you see him around, he doesn't even talk. He looks so innocent. He's called Martins. We're live on Facebook. He said that the generation is new. That thing about no sex before marriage should be in the past. No, this particular generation, they all like it. Understand? They like it, different shapes, sizes. They like everything about sex. And not the sex, the 3 times, the guy has even managed. Like, he should have done it 3 times a week. In your 4 years, no dear, keep your messages coming through 0548841039. Now, one of our listeners sent us a message and says that he's 29 and he wants to settle down with his current girlfriend. But in our 4 years of dating, I've had sex with her 3 times. Just 3 times. She claims she's not a sex person, so I try to understand her. There are times where I really want to do it, but she claims she's on the mood and eventually runs away from it. Now I'm in a dilemma. I ask myself if this is how it's going to be when we get married. What should I do? I'm beginning to have cold feet. #Candid. Fidelis. Yes, please go ahead though. Now Martin's the end there. But try to be careful.
I agree with Martins in most of the things he has said. Sex shouldn't be something that should be avoided before marriage. Yes, you need to get to know yourselves in and out. Because if I'm not mistaken, most of breakups and stuff like that boils down to cheating. Why would you break up with your partner? Oh, he cheated on me, and it's something you can't come back with. If you are in a relationship, something that drives the both of you, aside a mutual interest, is sex. When you both have sex, you are happy. Even you, the guy, if the woman makes you feel that day, the money you don't get safe, you go come out something give them. You understand? So that word sex is very powerful. Being in a relationship for 4 good years and having it 3 times, Charlie, I'll say flee.
You're fan 3 times, right?
3 times? Like how?
4 years.
He has been starved.
They celebrated. It was celebrated sex.
No. But he has been starved.
Starved how?
Like he has been sexually starved. The guy has really tried. If only Charlie, they do for outside way. Because Charlie, even me myself, I can't even comprehend. Because 4 good years, come on. It's a no. If your libido is very high and your partner's own is low, this is something you can't. What's the word? The word is not coming. Like have a mutual understanding on. You can't like. What's the word?
You can't come into agreement. You can't meet each other halfway.
There's a word for this thing. But anyways, you have to if yours is low and mine is high, you that yours is low. If you love your partner, you have to rise up the standard. Yes. Because sex can destroy a lot. Lack of sex, let me put it that way, can destroy a lot. And if it's a lot too, there's going to be a lot of happiness. Come on.
Wow.
Even in the society, even in the church society, if the pastor is preaching, and mentions something about, married couples, I will say, you have to do this. See how the church members get excited. And you are in for 4 years. You are now yet to get married to this girl. And she stuffs you this way. When you get married, it's going to be worse.
How do you know?
I'm back from work. Oh, baby, I'm tired. I'm not a sex person. Oh, baby, Charlie, you just wait small. So many excuses. How are you even going to procreate?
Let me ask the two of you something here. Humor me. Don't you think that the guy also plays a role where he has to find ways and means of getting her to, teach her how to enjoy it, because he's not a sex person? Definitely there should be a way that he can, make it more enticing. He doesn't play a role in that sense. It's all on her.
But when he met her, was she a virgin, number one? Yeah.
I'm listening.
If she was, then he can try to make her, because he's the only person she has met. It's quite easier to groom her to that level. But if she had already had a past, and then she's honest with you that, in the past I didn't really do it this way, that's going to be really hard. But if you met her sealed and fresh,
you can groom her.
You can groom her into it.
In inverted commas,
Yes.
in quotes.
You get what I'm saying?
Groom her.
Groom her.
Please, we're live on Facebook. I just want you to experience the two people who are saying this. They are saying, because me they bombard me. Wow. Hey, this is genuine. I understand you guys. I do understand you. You don't feel that even the 3 times in 4 years crowd, they are trying to cry like he's been good?
Charlie.
Like she shouldn't have started crying in the first place. And the 3 times
4 years. Even health-wise, for a guy, you are even to prevent yourself from getting prostate cancer, at least 4 times. 4 times in a week, you have to ejaculate. Because if it is solid over there and is heavy, your chances of getting prostate, and he's 29. If you enter the age of 30, your chances are so high of getting.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that if you don't have sex, you get sick. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, because wow, this is news to me.
It's a fact. Guys understand what I'm saying.
They do.
The term blue balls is not a fallacy or a myth. It happens.
I don't even know where that thing came from.
So if you are saturated down there and you are not getting any, release, if you're not getting any pleasures, the guy, Charlie, you feel tensed. Your energy level goes down. Your excitement, your creative mind just shuts down like that. There are cobwebs there. Okay. You get it. It's not only women that when you have intimacy, you all get a glow and stuff like guys too. We have our own excitement.
I do understand, and thanks for sharing your this thing. I'm sorry, I'm giggling, but it's quite interesting. It's the word saturation for me because let me go to Kumi Kums. I got a lot to say. Kumi,
I'm enjoying the conversation. First of all, let me start from the guy.
Mm-hmm.
The guy is not ready to marry the girl. First of all, we all know, settings. I'll go marry you, then you go chop. I'll go marry you, then you go chop. Now the girls to
then get settings. Yeah.
If you want
wicked mode activated.
Then I'm yours.
Mm-hmm.
So the girl is just trying to be either principled or being smart. Yeah. Because we've heard a lot of guys who use the name of marriage, to lure the ladies, have their way, and dump them.
Yeah.
So the lady too is trying to be careful.
Very smart.
That is the first thing. The second thing is, if the guy thinks he has a problem, proper problem, he should go and tell their pastor. If you can chop 3 first.
Well, the counselor, nigga drop 3 back. So I'm getting coffee to marry her.
So go and explain to them. Or better still, go to the girl's father and tell the father.
What?
Charlie.
I mean, he say you be bold.
Say what?
The bold and beautiful.
Bros, uncle and daddy, please, I can't marry. Oh, why? What happened? All the 4 years, we make her eat 3 back.
Even the
Why they
3
got-
safe, I no feel.
Why the guy they talk be nonsense? Pure nonsense. He's a guy get me 4 years. Come on, kids, I fasted. Come on for them, make we think.
66 until yeah. Come on, kids.
Come on for them, make we think. If you are that sexually active and you think you cannot, wait, just go ahead and go and find another person. Don't bother someone's daughter with your sexual desires and all these things. We all have our principles, but you see, one thing that the young shall grow.
Yeah.
I remember way back, my uncle would tell me that it will get to a time.
Hey.
Yeah.
True.
And so yes, it's good when you are young, the adrenaline and all these things, and you wouldn't listen and all these things. But when you grow, you realize that you wasted a lot of energy, a lot of time on things that
Wasn't
now that
necessary.
you've gotten married, that you need to enjoy it, and you've wasted a lot of energy back then for somebody who didn't deserve it,
Yeah.
just for your sexual pleasure. But it's good when you get to that age, your sexual drive is high and all these things. That is why there are some people, they want to marry early so that they wouldn't mess up. But that one too has its own implications and all these
Definitely.
things. So the lady is just trying to be either principled.
Also-
You know me, I don't believe in premarital sex, even though I didn't,
We didn't practice it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe in it, even though
Yeah.
I didn't practice
Because we've learned
it.
lessons.
And I will not practice it.
Eh?
Yeah, that one too is there. So it's a principle I believe in.
No, Charlie, you have to know what you're going in for.
Really?
But you see, when it comes to you knowing what you're going into or what you are not going into, it doesn't guarantee anything. It doesn't. Talking about the sex consummation thing, yes, it is true. When you speak to doctors, they will tell you that as a guy, that is if you're married,
Yeah.
you should have sex at least 21 times in a month.
Hey, a prank of
Yeah,
a mouth.
21 times in a month. So 21 divided by 7 days, you will get the number of times you should have sex, in a week.
Keep talking.
So for that one, it's very important. But everything you do comes with a responsibility.
That's why you said 3 times a week, no?
Yeah.
Uncle Aboni.
So when you are doing it, yes, you are thinking about your sexual pleasure, but do you do it protected, or it comes with an implication? Are you ready to shoulder the responsibility? Are you ready for the outcome?
Yeah.
So the ladies, they will also think about all these things. Okay, if I
Definitely.
get pregnant, what comes out of it? Do you do that protecting yourself? That is why I told the guy to go to the pastor, because clearly the pastors, Charlie, they have work to do. They have work to do.
A lot of work.
And I don't blame the young ones, because we also did it. I told you I gave birth at a very early age. I was
Yeah.
in school. Bad boy for life.
Real bad man.
So it's normal. When you get to that stage, it's natural. Your urge to have those things, your attraction for those things is high. But as you grow, especially when you get married, kids come in, your
It is different.
responsibilities increase and all these things. There's been times you go home and your partner feels like, okay,
I want some.
but you are tired, Charlie.
A
You
bit-
have your KPIs to meet. You have your research. You have exams. One of the
right
kids
there.
is sick, and all these things. The
A
pressure on
different
you.
we need so.
Charlie, your man who save no go rise, because the
stress.
pressure on you, the stress is too much. So this is the time that, as a young guy, you can enjoy yourself. That is, if you want to, you can enjoy yourself. But you should know that everything that you do today will play back at you tomorrow.
Thank you.
For that one, you cannot eat your cake and have it. So if you are enjoying yourself, yes, do that, but do that responsibly, so that you wouldn't find yourself. Because I know people who enjoyed themselves,
And then?
and it became a problem, either for them or for the lady, because you are not prepared to be a father. You've not started that big journey. Some people have their dreams truncated because they went in for that, and maybe there was a child. And I know somebody, the father said that, okay, now you've impregnated somebody, I cannot let you abort, and I cannot take care of you and the child. So I'll take care of the child, take care of yourself. Meanwhile, you are in school, or you have some dream, some ideal dream, then it makes life difficult. So enjoy yourself if you want to. I'm not the one to tell you stop, but it should be responsible, so that you will not hurt somebody. Some ladies have their education, quashed, and some, because I love you and I want to satisfy your sexual desire, then it turns out to be a different thing altogether. Because when there is pregnancy, that is where you begin to, your eyes clear. How do I take
Wicked
care?
mode
And some
activated.
of the guys run away from
Yeah.
the ladies, even though they've prophesied to love them and all these things. So it will inform maybe why the lady, and naturally there are some people with low sexual libido. It's a medical problem, and it can be solved. It can be. So yeah, it's a medical problem. It can be solved. There are remedies for those things. So the guy, the little advice I can give him, he should go and explain to the pastor
And the girl's father.
and the girl's father.
But you see, in our conversation, some of the things I think you guys didn't look at is the fact that I'm not saying practice premarital sex. We don't believe in Kumi and I. We don't believe in it.
No.
We know what we've seen in life, so we are saying we don't believe in it, and yet he's explained it.
It's a sin.
Yeah, against
sinful
God.
act.
Very
So what if
simple.
it's that particular girl, you marry her? What
Aircra-
differentiates?
There are implications, but I'm not here to go into that. I'll explain that to you off air if you want to listen to the
it depends on
implications.
your spiritual orientation.
Yeah.
You see,
The implications, though.
because why do we bless a marriage? We bless the marriage because we are inviting God's presence into it. You've already used the machine, and you are now inviting God.
And she's already performed
It
wifely
looks-
duties.
Yo,
Yo, this is making me feel.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing
oh,
yet.
come on. Let's face the truth. Even though we are not sacrosanct, but let's face the truth. Even though I didn't do that, but the truth is that is the reason for doing that. So you cannot desecrate yourself and now invite God to come into it. It sounds disrespectful.
It doesn't.
biblically.
No, it doesn't sound.
Or
It is
what-
disrespectful.
Or in I don't know your religious orientation, but if you belong to I don't know if any religion endorses that. I don't know.
I don't
No,
think
but I
all of
remember
it.
there was this prophetess or something. There was a counselor on, I don't know if it was GTV. I've forgotten her name.
Okay.
Who came out to?
Let's not go there.
What?
Let's not go there.
Well,
Okay, let me ask you a question. What if you're in a relationship, you are about to get married, you do all your stuff, but then you want to get married to her next year, and maybe for the next 6 to 7 months, you say, okay, let's relax on the sex.
Uh-huh.
How about that?
Okay. So you've made your decision. So you decide that, okay, now we've seen the green light, so we can go ahead and do it. Yeah. When you finish doing it, then you now go to church and you call God to come and be your witness. Is that what you mean?
Out of 4 years or so, then you decide that okay, the fourth year in which you're going to get married, then for the next 6 months towards the wedding, we won't have
it is
sex.
an interesting question. Look, we live in a society where, let me tell you this:
You guys are
a
funny.
guy meets a girl, they want to go and enjoy themselves. The lady will demand for protection, condom. Yes, I don't know you, but when they have an affair for 3, 4, 5 times, now it becomes normal. They don't use condom.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, none of them has done a check to find out
If they are, we don't have any
We
STDs.
easily lay down our
Oh, God.
guards because we are complacent. We think that we've gotten there. The sexual drive, you can't stop it. As young as you are, this is the time to do that, because a time will come. My uncle told me that, yo,
I've been hearing
yeah,
that too.
a time will come. It'll be boring.
But
You have to be very innovative to sustain your sexual life when you enter into marriage. The same person, you see the same person every day.
Yeah.
But what if this guy's situation, the lady doesn't change after marriage.
This is why I wanted to come in. Let me say this. Sex can be thought, you know that.
Yeah.
See, what I was trying to say before Kumi brought in the spirituality, which is very, very important that he brought in, because it's time people did understand the implications of it. If you're married, do you know there are sex therapists you can speak to that can help you with it?
Yeah, we have sexologists.
Thank you. And they really much do exist, and they help couples deal with such things. So that thing of when we get married, it will be the same way. No. When people cheat and they leave you, sometimes not because they had sex with somebody else. The only reason why they left you to go and have sex with somebody else, because at some point you stop paying attention to them, you stop listening to them, stop doing things. Certain things that you were doing from the beginning, you got carried away because I already have Fidelis. Why should I do anything extra? He comes home into match. You get, like, you look at it and go like, Charlie, now what's happening? You get me. So we become complacent in a marriage. I'm not talking about relationship. In a marriage, then you don't do the things you're supposed to do. You get agitated. Instead of talking to the person, communicating, you take it out on the person. He also has a stress. She also has a stress. So then you lose sight of whatever beautiful thing you had. And that's why your partner starts chatting with Fantastic because, oh, Fantastic is a good friend, listens. Then your unfortunate happens because they are getting that kind of solace from that side.
There was this woman who divorced her husband. They are in USA, and the husband is very good. But according to the woman, the husband has a boring sexual lifestyle. Yeah. When he comes, he wants to have sex. So
That's it.
Yeah.
You know.
So
No foreplay.
Like no foreplay.
I was-
nothing because you are my wife.
Kumi, can I land? And it's good that you brought this one up. The lady he's dating, even if she's Fantastic said, oh, was she a virgin when we were talking in the studio? And I told him this. Whether she's a virgin or not when you met her, do you know what her experience was the first time?
Yeah, probably the first guy didn't make her enjoy it.
No. It was whack for her, probably. And that is why she's not really open to it. Maybe the person hurt her. Did you think about that? Because everybody's experience isn't the same. There are men who are not like that. They're not sex people because their first experience wasn't that enjoyable. So as a partner in a marriage, I'm not saying relationship, in a marriage, you have to be patient. Boy, if I'm lying, tell me that now, boy. You have to be patient.
And talking about reasons, sometimes too, maybe the person has been a victim. Somebody
rape.
used sex to lure her in marriage. She gave it, and it didn't happen.
So he said, communication. You need to talk.
Those
You know,
things, it's not easy to open up and say it. How
to
many
somebody you
times?
love. It's not easy
boy,
though, but you have to put yourself
I know
in the shoes.
somebody. This is not that personal. It's a person that is being helped, and that has a drug-related issue. They like medication, like not the
Of the counter medicine
no count
prescribed.
prescribed medication. Thank you. They are addicted to those things. They love somebody badly. The person doesn't know. Now they want to be able to tell the person. They've been with the person for over a year and a half. So sometimes it's not that you are either ashamed about something that you can't say to the person to help you because you're afraid. The fear of losing the person becomes paramount to you, that you try to hide those nasty things that you do. Do you get me? So it's not easy for everybody to open up until you show that you really care about them. Then they can open up and they know that you're not judgmental. Because people who want to open up to you would observe you properly. They ask you questions and then they determine from your answer if they should open up to you or not. So probably her first experience was awful. And you're also not helping because you think you're the man. Let me show you I got this. Then you think that you've done something. Go and ask some of your ex-girlfriends. Oh, he think he be popping. He ain't do nothing. Yeah, most of them will tell that one year straight.
3 times in 4 years.
Or their channel.
Which means, by inference, if I'm to just conjecture, the lady is not enjoying what you are doing. So the guy should also ask himself,
What am I
some
not doing right?
questions.
Yeah.
Did she enjoy what I did? If yes, she would have come for more. So in as much as you are thinking, wow, you are blaming the lady, you also have to do self-introspection. Because some like it rough, some like it smooth.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like? What does she like?
Yeah.
So all these things, and sex is a topic that In a part of the world, we hardly discuss.
Yeah, even between couples.
We hardly discuss. So all these barriers are there. But me, I would advise the guy. If you think that your sexual drive is that high and you love her, you can sneak and go and do your thing. Which would not be an ideal advice. And marry your wife. And see. If it is a psychological problem, there are people there. If it is a medical problem, there are remedies there. But me, I foresee the guy won't use marriage to chop the girl. With the girl to see him.
Yeah.
So if you want to marry her, marry her.
But
Or
with sex,
go and tell the pastor.
sex great or libidos like that, it can be compromised on. That is something that is there.
It can be
If
work.
yours-
No, it can be work. Like he said, there are medications that can be given and stuff like that for those things.
Okay,
I
you want
understand.
to.
If yours is high or low.
Both.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
work
that-
on
If
it.
it's high, it's a problem.
Not
Yeah,
not
if it
too
is
high.
too high, it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Now, okay. Before we move on, I wanted to chip in before we move on from the spirituality
Yeah.
and the sex.
Mm-hmm.
So I've heard stories and I've seen situations where before they got married, they had a child.
Mhm.
It's a story I've heard. Before they got married, they were able to give birth. They had a child.
Mm-hmm.
Then after they got married, the pastor complained that before he's a leader in the church and he has had sex and given birth.
Mhm.
So he has to marry the woman.
Mhm.
Now they've gotten married and they want more children and it's not happening. See a situation like this.
Okay, but it doesn't justify the fact that what he did initially was wrong, because childbirth, it is God who gives.
But I've seen situations too where they've been advised, like spiritually, they've been asked to give birth before marrying. I've seen a lot of
Okay,
now.
okay, I understand where he's coming from, but if you are if you are a believer, you know, because people are afraid that when you get married, people will attack your marriage and all these kind of things. But it comes back to your faith and what you believe.
Well,
Nobody
actually-
can be forced to do anything against his or her will. So you want to have sex before marriage. The lady says, no, I don't. What is your problem?
There's a message I want to read to add over there. It says, I'm facing the same issue in my marriage. My wife doesn't like sex, but I'm a sex addict. We didn't do it before marriage, and in fact, I wish I could secretly have a sex partner outside of marriage. My wife is so helpful, but doesn't just like sex. I can't divorce her. She delivered a year ago, and we've had sex just on 3 occasions. I will advise the guy to caution the lady or quit marrying her. Married for 7 years now. My dear, there are people you can. I don't know why we Africans or we Ghanaians don't like talking to people.
No,
You
there are
should-
people
the people
there
who
who can
help
help
with
you.
these things.
Yeah.
The
There are
guy is
peop-
a suspect.
No, he's not a suspect. He's just been on the show.
Nobody's
People,
advising him, no.
no, on the show, people are honest with us,
Yeah.
and I really respect them because that honesty will help you fix yourself and know that you're also not going. Because Kumi and I are such that, and if I can tell him whatever I did wrong, and even if I feel it's right, he can point out and say, okay, you did wrong here and here. And my honesty with him has helped our friendship a lot. You know, big brother, I mess up, I go to him, Charlie, what's up? I do this and that and that and that. He goes like, one in a year, go and change, go and do this, go and apologize here and stuff like that. Honesty helps every one of us. The katasono is what doesn't help other people.
destroys a
Yeah,
lot,
it destroys a lot of things. He says possibilities. The girl doesn't just like premarital sex. The guy is not good in bed. Maybe he sweats too much on her and makes funny sounds. Another one. The girl is forming good girl by getting it from another guy. Possibility.
My point.
No,
exactly
he
my
said
point now.
possibility. So he's pointing out
That one
possibilities.
too is
It's
It's
it
there.
could be possible.
It could be
If-
happening.
that means it matches with 2. You're not good in bed. Did I
Well,
hear? Did I hear you? Okay, now you won't
I'll
say nothing.
consider that, but
The scary one is she's asexual. Or that's the 4th one. The guy should find out the root cause. That's coming from K in the US. See, there are possibilities. She might not
The-
be.
the guy is
She might not
wondering
like.
too much.
Yeah, he's overthinking it.
There is a reason to everything.
so we should just
What?
talk to the girl or
Yes. It's all about communication. What is the reason? I know people who don't like sex because they were raped, and the first sexual experience came with a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So with such people, the moment you talk about sex, you trigger their negative nod, because the moment you talk about it, it reminds them of that traumatic experience. That one is there. It's psychological. There are people, based on religious grounds. They will not do it until this because they want to piously follow what the scriptures say or what their religious beliefs, teaches them to do. That one too is there. And there is another one where you as the partner need to find out. For AJ was talking about, there are some people they sweat. Me, I know a lady who will tell you when you having an affair with somebody, I don't want you to touch me. I don't like sweat.
Yeah. Then you be dripping on the person. Ew, gross.
Oh yeah, that one too is there. Maybe the person might not tell you. And apart from that, maybe you stink.
Last one.
There are people too who are allergic to alcohol and smoke.
Yeah.
Maybe you drink. Maybe you smoke. So there is a root cause. The guy should find out. If only he loves the lady, he should just stop complaining and find out what is the reason. Because if you don't know the reason, you cannot solve it.
Yeah.
You are ill. You don't even know what is wrong with you. That is why we have diagnostics. We need to diagnose, know exactly what you are facing, and you get medication. So now he's just complaining. He doesn't even know what he's dealing with.
Yeah. This is the last message and we're done. He says, hi Candid, the guy even gets safe, say the guy give him sex safe. Cause Charlie me safe, I no get kiss safe and it's 2 years. Now please now.
My own
So
son.
please make
Bro,
the guy
I
keep
be
quiet
now.
and focus on this girl. This is coded my darling. I'm so sorry about this. 2 years, somebody kissed someone. They made him fast for 6 to 6.
Hey.
You got sex 3 times in 4 years and they can't complain.
I didn't envy the guy.
But on a more serious note, if you're married and you're having these issues, there are therapists you can talk to.
Yeah,
They are available, or some of them are not as expensive as people think it is. You can talk to them, it helps. So you can fix your marriage and everything like that. But
Councillor Lutrot organizes
such things, yes.
events, every year, and people go there. to
People
seek for
people
help.
people don't like discussing sex
Yeah.
at all.
People go there to seek for help. So
We're done.
I hope they've been good.
No, which one?
Did they say anything controversial?
Oh
like
my
the
God!
banter?
Please let him give you the videos of what this one said. He says the Gen Zs.
Ashimi, Papa.
I sure will.
Hey.
No. This one says that Gen Zs right now, that thing of no sex before marriage should be in the past. They should not. Yeah, porno.
My I don't believe in sex before marriage.
Olori Brukuni liar.
My religion is against it.
Hey, wait,
Are
is
you
Islam?
against
Wait, is Islam against it?
Yeah.
of course.
But we know you.
So why should
This is a family.
Even if it's 4 years, even if there's no case, fine. You don't need
Why is Wadud lying to us? Wadud.
Let me bust your brains. Meanwhile, what dude has a girl in Kumasi who's not giving her coochie? He giving him coochie, and he's mad.
You see
That's
what
a
I
lie.
was saying? That's
For a
the
fact,
truth.
yeah.
See, Wadud,
That's
we
a lie.
know you. You know me.
I'll be mad, but I'm cool with it.
Wadud,
but you see,
why are you
because
lying?
You see, we are getting it wrong.
Kini?
Wadud didn't say, he said that my religion is
That's-
against it.
But not him.
But he
He
didn't
didn't
say,
say that
For me personally, I'll answer the next time, but not today. But my religion
So
is against it.
Yeah, but
So
you.
the guy should,
It's about the
should-
religion, not him.
manage. At least he has gotten it for 3 times.
But honestly, thank you for teaching me. I didn't know that
Yeah,
Islam is
exactly.
against it. So that means Islam is even the traditional settings. You're not.
Yeah,
The girl
you're
is not even
do
supposed to.
That is
do
why
that.
we have Brago and all
And,
these things. So
It's not. So every.
Baby, oh, yeah, no, no.
What's it? Your poor wife.
Facts.
No alarm. Look at Wadud coming to. Hey, do I look like I'm wearing diapers? You can tell this to the kids. Wadud telling me that he doesn't believe in sex before marriage. See this liar. See, they forget that we are family. We spend how many hours a day with each other? Like the whole week. We spend like 8 hours or more with each other, and you come and tell me that you don't believe in sex before marriage. Look at Wadud. Wadud for lying. Hey, Wadud for lying. 1 case of Malta Guinness. Thank you.